Hi, SPU community. I am Chaplain Lisa, and welcome to my home. This is now quickly becoming my new office, and so this is a big change. I mean, it's really a thing. There's a lot of adjustments that I am trying to figure out how to make. I feel like I'm holding a lot of tensions. I don't know if you feel that. Like I'm watching the news and I'm hearing all the statistics that are coming out globally, but then also for our country and then specifically for our state as well. And then it makes me think about the fact that we have this stay-at-home order, at least in the state of Washington. And so that means that I'm going to be in my place for a while. And so, to be honest, I feel a lot of grief about that. I had all these really great trips planned to see my family and to see my friends. And now I'm thinking about what does it look like for me to kind of do life at least physically apart from people, but figuring out how to connect with others. Trying to remember that I'm not alone in the middle of this. And so I think I'm holding that whole desire for resiliency and hope, but curious about what does that really look like. And so for myself, I actually kind of feel this, I don't know if you feel this, but like this push and this pull, like I want to hold on to the good things. I want to anticipate and look forward to something. But at the same time, I'm also feeling myself at times like not wanting to do anything or not being able to get that assignment done, struggling to try to like get myself motivated, maybe go outside for a walk, but also social distancing from people. And so I feel like there's just a lot of thoughts that are running through my mind. There's a lot of conversations I'm having either through like Google messaging or Zoom or FaceTime with friends and family. And so there's just a lot of things that are happening, and it's a shift and it's an adjustment for sure. And so in the middle of that, when we're in these spaces in life, I really have really tried to think about the question of what's the invitation? What does life look like in the middle of change and transition or seasons that might feel challenging, but at the same time, I also want to hold on to this idea of resiliency and hope and trying to think about what does it look like for me to thrive in the middle of a season like this. In the church, we are going to be entering into a week that is traditionally known as Holy Week. And this basically is a time for us to take a pause, I think, and to think about life, which feels very parallel to the space that's getting created for us. And so we have this invitation that we're going to be entering into for this next week. It's the spiritual rhythm of journeying through the stations of the cross. And I'm really grateful to our family in the Catholic Church who has really set up opportunities at so many monasteries for us to actually physically be able to journey through the different parts of Jesus's journey to the cross. And although we can't physically go to a particular space and do this in a communal way, we can do this, I think, virtually, but knowing that we're all participating in something together. And I think that in that idea that we can be reminded that it's not just me, but that people in my community, people in the SPU community are actually going through some of the same processes and thinking about the same things all at the same time. And that I believe that there's a comfort in that, and knowing that we're not alone. And so this week on this email that you probably clicked on to get to this video, there is a link. And on that link, you can go ahead and click it. And we have provided a PDF for you to actually journey through the stations of the cross. This is something that we had been able to do last year and had stations set up through Tiffany Loop. But this year, we wanted to invite you whenever you have space or time or just feel like you're needing something that might be grounding for you. We invite you to actually pull out this PDF and take some time to read through it and to meditate and to reflect. Each station of the cross has an image that's attached to it. And sometimes it's actually just a gift to be able to sit and take in a piece of art and think about what it brings up in you. What are the questions that come with that? And along with each image, there is a little note that has words from Christ and then also has a prayer that we could respond with. And so we invite you to do this in whatever way you're comfortable. So some people like to go all the way through the Stations of the Cross together, but for myself, I actually just like taking a few at a time and creating space for myself to really enter in and to journey into that. And so I invite you to do the same thing. As we go into this time, I just wanted to invite you into a space of thinking about who Jesus is and what Jesus has done for us in this season. During Holy Week, it's a time to actually lament and to look forward. And so one of the Stations of the Cross, actually it's Station 7, is called Jesus Falls Again. And you know, once Jesus was condemned, he was told to take up his cross. And then at some point, Simon came and helped to carry the cross with Jesus. And along the path, I can only imagine what that must have felt like. And I can only imagine the weight of what that cross was. And for us symbolically, I think there's invitations to think what weights and crosses are we bearing? And there is in Station 7 these words of Christ that I wanted to read for us. And then I also wanted to respond with the prayer that's given. And so it's called Jesus Falls Again. Christ speaks. This 7th step is one that tests your will. From this fall, learn to persevere in doing good. The time will come when all your efforts seem to fail, and you will think I can't go on. Then turn to me, and my heavy laden one, I will give you rest. Trust me and carry on. And so for me, the invitation is that when I feel like I can't do something, or I feel like this is too much, or I think about family members or friends who might be suffering for a variety of reasons, friends who are grieving the loss of many different things. I often actually think about our graduates for this spring and how there are losses with the changes that are happening and how we never thought that it would be like this. And so I think that there is a good in carving out space to grieve and to be sad and to mourn. It's, I think, a part of our humanity. And so when we think about these things that we're holding that bring us sadness, or that we need to have sorrow over, or that we do just have sorrow over, let us make those things known to God. And that as we do that, may we also respond. Give me your courage, Lord, when failure presses heavily on me and I am desolate. Stretch out your hand to lift me up. I know I must not cease, but persevere in doing good. But help me, Lord. Alone, there is nothing I can do. With you, I can do anything you ask. I will. And so in those places, I pray that we would have a desire to press in to ask for help. So whether that's asking help from God, whether that's asking help from a friend, maybe it's texting somebody and reaching out, or calling a friend or a family member that has been there to support you along the way. And at the same time, we are here for you as your campus pastors and university ministries. You can sign up for Chat with a Campus Pastor. We want to remind you that you're not alone, that there are people who love you and care for you, and want to share the love of God with you in this season. And so as we journey together through Holy Week, I pray that this just might be a gift for you to return back and have a foundation that you can hold to and cling to, and that as you do that, that you would also receive the love of God, that the Holy Spirit would be the one who comforts you and upholds you. And so as we close our time, I wanted to end with these words that Christ speaks at the end of the journey to the cross. This is after Jesus has died, and as we are sitting in a place of mourning and grieving and waiting in anticipation for what's next. Christ says, I told you at the start, My life was not complete until I crowned it by my death. Your way is not complete unless you crown it by your life. Accept each moment as it comes to you, with faith and trust that all that happened has my mark on it. A simple fiat. This is all it takes, a breathing in your heart. I will it, Lord. So seek me not in far-off places. I am close at hand. Whether it's your workbench, office, kitchen, these altars where you offer love, remember that I am there with you. So go now, take up your cross, and with your life, complete your way. And so as you go from here today, as you are sitting, watching videos of your lectures, or taking up assignments, or having conversations with friends, or sitting in a busy room, maybe you have a lot of housemates or family members or friends that you actually do live with, and life just feels really different. In that space, I pray that you would find strength, and that God would be gracious and merciful to you. And so we look forward to seeing you back here next week. We will have another message for you that you can just click on in our University Ministries email. So may God bless you as you go from this space. Know that you are in our thoughts and in our prayers. Take care. We'll see you soon.